আছে চলো চলো let's start. So today we will start the introduction of LU. A LU. Okay. So actually LU is the part of the CPU. Within the CPU there is a component that is called the LU. So you know that within the CPU, so suppose if this is your CPU, suppose you consider this is your CPU, so within the CPU there is an important part that is called the ALU. So that is the ALU. ALU full form is arithmetic logic unit, ALU. And another part of the CPU is called the controller. Okay, control unit. So ALU, the full form of ALU is arithmetic logic unit. Okay, so it's the arithmetic logic unit. Arithmetic logic unit. Okay, that is the ALU, arithmetic logic unit. Clear? So in the ALU, at first we will study the number representation. Number representation. Number representation. Clear? So in the number representation, and then we will study some arithmetic operation. Some arithmetic operation. Some arithmetic operation. Some arithmetic operation. So in this arithmetic operation, actually we will study the circuit, digital circuit of the different arithmetic operation. So one of the important circuit is adder circuit. Different type of adder circuit we will study here. So adder, then multiplication, multiplier, and division operation. Division operation. So actually in some arithmetic operation we will study different arithmetic circuit, multiplier circuit, and division circuit. Okay, digital circuit. And then the last topic we will study, that is the floating point number representation. Floating point number representation. Point number representation. Floating point number representation. Clear? So these are the different topics actually we have to cover in our syllabus under ALU. So different number representation, some arithmetic operations, and the floating point number representation. This is the whole part of your syllabus under ALU chapter. Clear? So today we'll study this part, the number representation. What is the number representation? Basically to understand all these things, you have the fundamental concept of digital logic. So digital logic. So actually digital logic, you have another subject, analog and digital electronics. Here the digital logic, actually we have to study digital logic on that particular subject, but I think we will discuss from the beginning, so that's there will be no problem for understanding all these things. I think you yet not start the digital logic, but I will discuss all these topics such a way that I will consider that you don't have any concept of the digital logic. Clear? So let's see. So at first we will study the number representation. Number representation. Clear? So at first we will study the number representation. number representation. Number representation. Clear? So in number representation, so I think, do you have the concept of the decimal to binary conversion? Decimal to binary, decimal to binary conversion. Okay, so I think you have this idea. Decimal to binary conversion. So suppose you are given a decimal number 25. How to convert it into, so decimal number means this. So how to convert this into binary number? I think you have that concept. Do you have this concept? Can you convert in binary representation? Okay, I think, okay, all of you know this. Huh? Do you have the concept of binary conversion? All of you? All you have the concept? Hello? I am asking everybody, do you have the concept of the conversion of the decimal to binary? Okay, fine. So we know that the number will be represented into the, suppose this is the 25, so the binary of 25, how to convert it into the binary format. So easily we can find out this way. Suppose this is the by the division method you can easily find it, but that is the another method. Suppose this is the approach of 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 4, 2 to the power 5, 2 to the power 6, 2 to the power 7. So 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 0 means, sorry, 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 0 means 1. Okay, 2 to the power 1 means 2, this is 4, this is 8, this is 16, this is 32, this is 64, and this is 127. So you have to construct 25. So 25, how we can make 25? 16 plus 25, we have to make 25. So 16 plus 8, 16 plus 8 means koto hobe? 16 plus 8 is the 14, 16 plus 8, 24 are and 20. Okay, that means that this will be 1, this will be 0, this will be 0, this will be 1, this will be 1. That means the binary of 25, the binary of 25 will be 1 1 0 0 1. This is the binary of 25. Is it? So this is the binary of 25. Suppose you have to convert 100. Suppose you have to convert 100. This is in the decimal. You have to convert it into binary. So 100, how can you make 100? You have to take 64 plus 32, 64 plus 32 plus 16. So koto holo? How it will be? It will be 64 plus 32. That's mean 96. 96. Yeah. 16. You need not take 16. 9. That's mean 96 and 4. 96 and 4. So that means it will be 0 0 1 0 0 1 1. So the binary of 100 is 1 1 0 0 1 0 0. Clear? So I think there is another division method also there to find out the binary. Suppose you want to find out the decimal binary form of 25. So you will divide by 2. 2 means 12. It will be divided by 12. So 12 that means 24. 24 now 24 will be divided into 2, 6, 6. So the remainder here, remainder is 1, here remainder is 0, okay, remainder is 0, here 2, 6, 3, so remainder is 0, here 2, 1, remainder is 1. So now from this direction you will count the number, so it will be 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. So this is the binary of 25. So this way you can find it. So if you want to find out the binary of 100, then you will divide by 2. 2 means 50, remainder will be 0, then 2, 25, remainder is 0, then 2, 12, so remainder is 1, then divide by 2, this is 6, remainder will be 0, and then 2, it will be 3, remainder will be 0, and then you have to divide it by 2, 1, so remainder is 1. So from this direction, if you write down the number, it will be 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. So this is the decimal, this is the binary of 100. So this is the binary of 100 and this is the binary of 25. So this way, this is the different way to find out the your binary, from the decimal to binary we can convert it. Clear? So so in the LU, so LU we have to study number representation, some arithmetic operation and floating point number representation. So at first we will start the number representation. So in the number representation, at first we will see how the binary decimal number will be converted into a binary number. So this is not required in our syllabus, but this is the prerequisite for understanding. But our syllabus will be started from negative number representation. We will consider how to, so numbers are two types of numbers are there. So this is the call. Suppose one is called signed number, one is called signed number, another is called unsigned number. Unsigned number. Okay, unsigned number. So suppose signed number means, suppose you are writing 5, there is a plus 5 and this is the minus 5. So when the sign of the number will be present before the number, that is called the signed number. But if we write only 5, so that is the unsigned number. So basically the negative number, okay, negative numbers are signed numbers. So you cannot represent a negative number using unsigned representation. So all negative number will be signed number. Okay, so all negative number will be signed number. So that's why our topic will discuss the topic, that is how to represent the signed number. So how to represent the signed number. So we are actually interested about the representation of the signed number. Okay, so we are interested about the representation of signed number. So representation of signed number. So we can represent signed number in 3 different ways. Number 1, that is called the signed magnitude representation. That is called the signed magnitude representation. Signed magnitude representation. And number two representation is called signed one's complement. Complement representation. Okay, signed one's complement. And the third one is called signed two's complement representation. Two's complement representation. Okay, so basically these are the three different representation method of signed number. So this is the representation method of what? This is the representation method of signed number. Always remember, it is the representation of signed number. Clear? So the first one, the first one is the sign magnitude. Second is signed one's complement, and signed two's complement. Clear? So we will see one after another how to represent the signed number using this representation. Clear? So let's see at first the first one. The first one we will study, that is the sign magnitude representation. Okay. So in the sign magnitude representation, in sign magnitude representation, what happened in the sign magnitude representation? Suppose we are going to represent plus 25. Clear? Plus 25. So you have to convert the 25. So you have to convert the 25 in binary formats. So what is the binary of 25? The binary of 25 was 11001. So binary of 25 11001. So this is the representation of 25, but it is a plus 25. So here in the digital logic, you always remember that plus means 0 and minus means 1. So when the 1 to represent minus, you have to put 1, and to represent plus, you have to put 0. So it is the plus 25. So before this you have to put 0. So this becomes the plus 25. Now to represent minus 25. So to represent minus 25, what you will do? At first you will convert this 25. So you will write the 25, the binary of 25. This is the binary of 25, and then you will put the for negative number, it's the 1. So 111000. So this is the representation of minus 25, and this is the representation of plus 25. Clear? So this type of representation is called sign magnitude representation. This type of representation is signed magnitude representation. So this is called the leastmost bit. This is the leftmost bit. This is the leftmost bit. So the leftmost bit will be the left significant bit. Okay, least significant bit. Okay, LSB. So this is called the LSB. So LSB will be the sign bit. Okay, so this first bit is called the sign bit. So this is also called the sign bit. So this is the sign bit. Clear? So sign bit will be, if sign bit is minus 1, that's mean the negative number. If sign bit is 0, that's mean positive number. Clear? This is the representation of sign magnitude representation. Now in the second representation method, that is called the signed one's complement. So the second representation method is signed one's complement. Sign one's complement representation. Clear? So in signed ones complement representation, the suppose if the second representation method is signed, screen share হয়েছে? Signed ones complement. Signed ones complement. Clear? So here if you represent 25 plus 25, the plus 25, so in the signed magnitude representation, in signed magnitude representation 25 was what? It was 1 1 0 0 1, and that is the positive, so it will be 0 0. So in signed ones complement also it will be same. It will be same. That's mean it will 25 is 1 1 0 0 1, and it is a positive, so it is the 0. So this both representation is same in signed magnitude as well as signed 2's complement. And in the third representation method, that is the signed 2's complement method, signed 2's complement method. Here also the positive number representation will be same. So in 2's complement also it will be 1 1 0 0 1, and it is the positive number, so 0. So in 3 representation method the positive number representation is same. Clear? You have to remember this. At first you have to clear this concept. What is the concept? Concept is that the negative positive number representation for any representation method will be same. Clear? So this is the first concept. So now it will be changed for the negative number. So in the first representation method, in minus 25 will be 1 1 1 0 0 1. So this is the 25, and this one for the sign bit, as it is the negative, so it will be 1. Clear? In 2's complement, in 1's complement, this representation will be changed. So what will be the representation here? Here the representation will be what will be the positive plus 25. This is the plus 25 in 1's complement representation. You just makes it 1's complement. You just make it 1's. Yes, okay. This is the plus 25, this is the plus 25. So at first you will make plus 25. So suppose if you are going to make minus 25. If you want to represent minus 25 in signed 1's complement method, then at first you will find out plus 25. Okay. So this is a plus 25. Then makes the plus 25 1's complement. So it will be whole 1 complement. So 1 will be 0, 1 will be 0, 0 will be 1, 0 will be 1, 1 will be 0, 1 will be 0, and this will be 1. So this will be the signed 1's complement of minus 25, and this was minus 25 in signed magnitude. So these two are not same. Clear? So these are not same. This is the different and this is the different. Clear? But positive number plus 25 for both representation was same. Okay, plus 25, here it also plus 25. These are same, but this is the minus 25 and this is the minus 25. These two are not same. Clear? So negative number will be different. Now how to make the sign 2's complement? Clear? 2's complement. So 2's complement will be, it will be the 1's complement. So you have to add plus 1. So once plus 1 with the, yes. So at first you will make the 1's complement of minus 25. So you are going to make minus 25. Clear? In 2's complement representation. So at first you will find out minus 25 in 1's complement representation is 1's complement representation. Okay, 1's complement representation, minus 25 in 1's complement representation. So what is the minus 25 in 1's complement representation? This is this. So this will be 1, this will be 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. Clear? So this is the minus 25 in 1's complement. Now you will add 1 with this number. You will add 1 with this number. Clear? So then it will be 1, it will be 1, it will be 1, it will be 0, it will be 0, it will be 1. So this becomes the minus 25 in sin 2's complement representation, in sin 2's complement representation. So look at here. So this is the minus 25, this is the minus 25. So these three are not same. So this is the minus, so this and this, these three are not same. These three are not same. So this is the minus 25 in sin 1's complement. This is the minus 25 in sin magnitude, and this is the minus 25 in sin 2's complement. Look, just observe this. This interesting thing is that the negative number representation in 3 representation method will be different, but plus 25. But this is the plus 25. So plus 25 will be the same. So this is the plus 25, plus 25. So these 3 representation is same. Plus 25, plus 25, plus 25. These 3 representation is same in 3 representation method. But negative number is not represented in the 3 different way. Clear? Is it clear? So far we discussed. Is it clear? Any question? Anybody? Exactly. Very good question. Very good question. Okay. So now the next question is that which one is the we will use so to represent the negative number. So to represent the negative number, so we understood that to represent the negative number there are 3 different representation method. One is sin magnitude, and another is sin 1's complement, and another is sin 2's complement. Clear? For negative number, for any negative number we have 3. So now the question is, in our computer system we will use which representation method? We should use the first method, we should use the second method, we should use the third method. The answer is very clear. That means among these 3 different representation method, we will use the last one. That means sin 2's complement representation. In the sin 2's complement representation. Clear? So in our computer system we have to use sin 2's complement representation. Why? The reason is that if we represent plus 0 and minus 0, then in this first 2 representation method, the number will be the different. Plus 0 and minus 0 will be the different. Suppose you are representing in 4 bits. So this is a 3 0 and it is the positive, so 0. And for negative it will be 1 0 0. So look at here. This number and this number is different. But plus 0 and minus 0 actually mathematically these are same. Is not. So plus 0 and minus 0. Is there any difference? Plus 0 and minus 0? Both are 0. But if you use this first representation method, then plus 0 will be this and minus 0 will be this. These are the different. So this will make a very complex difficulties in our calculation. So that's why we should not use the first method for the negative number representation. In the second approach also, in the second method also, the plus 0 will be represented in 0 0 0 0 and minus 0 will be 1 1 1 1. Clear? So look at here, in this representation method also, the plus 0 and minus 0 are two different number. This is the minus 0, this is the plus 0, these are two different number, but plus 0 and minus 0 the value is same. But in 2's complement, these things will not be happen. Here the plus 0 and minus 0 will be represented as the it will be represented in the same okay, so 0. So that's why plus 0 the sin 2's complement, this is the one reason the sin 2's complement representation is used in the computer system. Clear? So এখানে দেখো, এখানে একটা লজিক আছে, সেই লজিকটা হলো গিয়ে তোমার এখানে minus 0, so 1 1 1 0, this will be 0, this will be 0. Okay, so now what will happen? If we add 1 with this number, it will be 2's complement 1 1 0, carry কত হলো 1 1 1 0, carry কত হলো 1 1 0 0. Okay, and it will be plus 0 আচ্ছা সরি এটা তো 1ই ছিল, সরি 1ই ছিল, তাহলে দেখো হ্যাঁ তাহলে এটা 0ই হবে, 0 হচ্ছে ক্যারি 1 হচ্ছে, তাহলে দেখো তাহলে 2's complement is 2's complement plus 0 will be 0 0 0 0 and minus 0 also will be 0 0 0 0. Why? Because এই যে 1's complement এর নেগেটিভ নাম্বার কত 1 1 1 1, দেখো তাই না, এর সাথে যদি 1 অ্যাড করো, 1 অ্যাড করলে কি হবে, এইটাই হবে, আর ক্যারিতে 1 চলে যাবে। ইজ ইট ক্লিয়ার? বুঝতে পেরেছো কেসটা? তাহলে দেখো এখানে তাহলে এখানে দেখো প্লাস 0 and minus 0 both are same representation, তাহলে only this representation system will be flawless. Otherwise, here the in these two representation method, it will be the problematic. It will be problematic. Clear? That means the plus 0 and minus 0 will be represented in different way. This is the reason. So this is the number representation. Okay, signed number. So this is the negative number representation or signed number representation. So this is called the signed number representation. Number or negative number representation. Okay, signed number or negative number representation. So now we can move to the actually our main topic is the design of different arithmetic circuit. Design of different arithmetic circuit. Different arithmetic circuit. So what are the different circuits? Adder circuits. Adder circuit. Adder circuit is our slow and fast. Okay, different type of circuits will be there, and then multiplication circuit. Multiplication circuit. Multiplication, we have to study an algorithm that is called Booth's algorithm. Booth's algorithm. Booth's algorithm. To multiply two signed number, so to multiply two signed number. Signed number. So to multiply two signed number, there is a standard algorithm that is called the Booth's algorithm. Okay, so there is a division algorithm. Here also signed number. So you can divide signed number. There are two algorithms. One is called restoring. And another is non-restoring. Clear? So actually here we have to study three different algorithms. So from the multiplication, one important algorithm is called the Booth's algorithm. This is a very important algorithm, Booth's algorithm. And another two algorithm, one is restoring division, another is non-restoring division. Clear? These are the three algorithms we have to study in this. And here we have to study two different type of circuits. One is called carry look ahead adder. One is called the carry look ahead adder. Number one is ripple carry adder. And number two is carry look ahead adder. Clear? So actually here we have to study these 5 different important topics. Okay, so number 1 ripple carry adder, number 2 carry look ahead adder, number 3 Booth's algorithm, number 4 restoring division, and number 5 non-restoring division. So this chapter, the LU, bolo সাবট্রাকশনের জন্য কিছু নেই বলতে তোমার সাবট্রাকশন ধরো সাপোজ সাবট্রাকশনে কি হয় সাবট্রাকশনে হয় গিয়ে তোমার ইয়ে করতে হবে মানে কমপ্লিমেন্ট সার্কিট লাগে আর অ্যাডার সার্কিট লাগে তাহলে সাবট্রাকশন হয়ে যায় ঠিক আছে তো কমপ্লিমেন্ট মানে তো কমপ্লিমেন্ট সার্কিট ইজ ভেরি সিম্পল ওকে আর অ্যাডার সার্কিট দিয়ে সাবট্রাক্টর সার্কিট তৈরি হয়ে যাবে okay so these are the important topics so these are the whole topics you have to cover from LU so in the LU chapter basically we have to study these 6 different important things number 1 number representation that today we already seen the different way of the number representation so number representation number 1 topic number 2 is the ripple carry adder number 3 is carry look ahead adder and so basically ripple carry adder and carry look ahead adder why we should study these 2 different adder circuits because this carry look ahead adder will be very faster for faster circuit to make the faster addition you have to implement carry look ahead adder and ripple carry adder will be the slower than the carry look ahead adder. Then the 4th topic is the Booth's algorithm and different numerical problems also will be asked in the exam from the Booth's algorithm. Booth's algorithm is a very important topic from the syllabus point of view. You must get one question from the Booth's algorithm. And the 5th topic is the division of 2 types. One is restoring and another is non-restoring. So all these are the whole things in the LUs chapter.